morning, good afternoon. Welcome to X Planet Live. My name is Lionel Miranda, and this is AoS Wednesdays. In front of us today, we got Kruelboyz versus the Hedonists of Slaanesh. All right, so who is piloting Hedonists of Slaanesh? Well, guess what? See this guy right over here? Let's flash over to this man. This man might not look famous, but let me tell you, he isn't. He's Least Franco. Yeah! By Least Franco, I mean the absolutely most amazing David Franco. He's one half of the Franco brothers, and they've had a battle back and forth on which Franco is best. Right now, currently, his brother is rocking the title of Best Franco. And in any case, cool story, great guys. Really happy to have him on stream. He's been on stream before. He was at a tournament that was held over this weekend, and it was an enormous amount of fun. So if you haven't seen that yet, go check it out. The whole series is up on our page. And then battling against, well, let's flash over to his opponent, my man Paul. He goes by the name Paul because, don't want to use your real name in social circles or social media. So Paul over here is rocking the Kruelboyz. He's been really digging how they play. And you know what? I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I don't know how many Kruelboyz games you guys have actually seen in play, but I got to imagine it hasn't been many. That's for sure. Now, this is a live show, and it wouldn't be live unless there was some sort of problems that I have to troubleshoot. So I'm going to go do that. I'm going to troubleshoot some issues, and then I'll be right back. But let's get to the tables and listen to what the boys have to say.
If he's damaged a unit in combat, end of turn, you do mortals to them, and it reduces their wound roll next turn. Kill a boss on a vulture. He's quick, like movement 12, middle of the road damage, but he has heroic trait. On a 3-up, I can retreat in combat. So it's just ultimate mobility, ping off little things, Every once in a while he swings up, but usually not. And then this, which I don't normally use. Normally I use Morbid. Decide try something different. Kind of wish I brought a kill bow today, but what can you do?
Don't worry, I'm gonna kill it. I'm gonna touch it really bad.
Probably. Yeah, I haven't used it a lot. I could see arguments for either way because he's +1 cast, so Morbid's good. This is good. Oh yeah, no problem.
Because of course, moments before the stream starts. Something has to go wrong.
Okay, so she's my general.
Yeah.
Hugsy, you remember her? Beautiful keeper. She has her trait.
But this one's keeper. That's Philaxi.
Yeah, they're both keepers, but she's
both
the name
same models. Yeah.
She's the beautiful one. She's the pretty one. So she has the Pen of Slaanesh. So if any damage point were allocated to her this turn, she heals 3. And her heroic trait is Into the Fray. So if she does an on-my charge roll of 8, she strikes first.
Oh, nice. That's pretty good. Yeah. I don't think I'm forgetting. Oh, the dirty tricks that should run you down. So,
one more thing.
Yeah.
She can give a unit strike first.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
No, not strike first. Strike 2 times.
Strike 2, and the second one's fight last?
Strike last, yeah.
Do you have to roll for that, or is it automatic?
Oh, automatic.
Oh, damn. Okay. It's pretty punchy. Yeah. Okay. I don't think I'm forgetting much aside from the dirty tricks. So you have...
Yeah, Holy Fin 12. And she also has her own personal, captain charge against heroes. So it has to be within 9 inches of her. And before you do a charge roll, she does a charge roll 2d6 and goes into you.
Oh, no
and
way.
Yeah,
That's
so no
cool.
charge for you.
Yeah. Okay, so the dirty tricks, you basically get 1 per phase, 1 associated with each phase of the game.
Yeah.
So each battle round, the roll for them resets. It starts at 2, so I would keep it at 2 and then turn it up. The number goes up, fail or not, right?
Each battle round or each turn?
Each battle round.
Each battle round, okay.
Yeah, but it caps out at 5.
Caps out at 5, okay.
So you have 1 for the hero phase. You can do it to infantry. It'll make their crit mortal weapons crit on 5 instead of 6. The movement phase 1, either of our phases, is a teleport for any infantry 10 or less. So basically I can go anywhere. I have to end the teleport wholly within 3 of a terrain.
Okay.
And my sub-faction allows me to do it twice per turn. You got 1 in the charge phase, so if you get charged, you can do D3 mortals back at them. And if they have something like a plus damage on the charge, it gets rid of that.
Okay.
And then the other one's just fight last in the combat phase.
Okay.
But yeah, so I'll just keep that 1 dice on the number I need next. And that usually just keeps it organized. What's your sub-faction do?
So my sub-faction is basically
Your thug faction?
any non-hero demon unit. I roll 3 extra dices for rallying.
Oh, nice.
So you guys can like 9 dices, 10 dices, 9 dices, 10 dices. So
That's pretty good, yeah.
it makes me record them faster.
Yeah.
And she, in my hero phase, on a 4-up, if a demon unit was destroyed, I can bring back at half strength.
Oh, nice. Jeez. Yeah, this faction sounds pretty good now that it's cleaned up, yeah.
I was like, well, let's test it out. 1, 4, and 2. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
It works.
Pretty solid.
All right. You know what? That was a perfect breakdown of all the rules, so why interrupt, right? I want to take a moment to welcome Mr. Michael Fleet. He was wondering whether or not we were playing Shifty Objectives. My man, you are absolutely correct. You have a good eye. I want to welcome Mark. Man, I'm not going to be able to pronounce that. I'm gonna call you Pan, all right? Mark Pan. Kruelboyz, exactly right. Scared Cast, Hedonists or Hedonites, it's both, my friend, it's both. Back to Mark Pan, woot woot. Dave and Paul, good luck, guys. Kruelboyz are sweet, just overpriced. I agree. Unfortunately, like a lot of the destruction stuff or just the general stuff, how would you put it? A lot of the flak stuff is a little too expensive. And the design studio was definitely not cruel, or I should say not kind to the destruction faction as a whole, with the exception, of course, of trolls. They got the hall pass, which is just amazing. So just played nothing but trolls. I'd like to welcome Sean Blakey to the chat. Hey, my dudes and dudettes, absolutely go trees. I mean, there's trees on the table, right? And then back to Mark Pan. The guys just call me Panda. yeah, that's a lot easier than Pandalidis. Oh man, I'm just butchering that name. I am so sorry, Mark. I don't even know why I tried there. All right, so we're playing Shifting Objectives. What's the twist? At the start of each battle round, after determining active player, the active player must roll D3 to determine which objective is the primary objective for the battle round. The other 2 objectives are secondary objectives for the battle round. The underdog can make the active player reroll the dice to determine the primary objective. All right, so why is the primary objective important? Well, let's go look at the scoring. You score 1 victory point for each secondary objective you control. So the ones that are not the primary. If you control the primary objective, though, you score 2 points. Score 2 victory points if you control more objectives than your opponent. So that is a grand total of 2, 4, 5. Wait a second. Did I miss? Oh, yes, that's right. You can actually score 1 victory point for each. That's correct. That'll total up to 6 for a grand total of 10 when you score your battle tactic. All right, so that's it in a nutshell. The deployment on this map is a little weird. Let's go look at what it looks like. I'll put it up on the screen right here. Let's get rid of that overlay, and that's it. That's what it looks like. So your army has to crush into that area. I say crush, but that's still a lot of acreage. But you'll notice that to get flanks, you really actually have to rely on a charge or be blessed with an army that has a lot of movement. If you have one of those 2 things, well, then getting flanks is really not that much of an issue because you can almost basically get it automatically by just stepping outside of your territory on one side and then gunning it for the other. All right, we get to there. The boys are still continuing to actually set up. So you know what this would be? A good time to look over army lists. Now, the guys talked about their army's rules. let's get down to the specifics. We got Kruelboyz weighing in at 1970. Boo! No gold star, no achievement unlocked. Should be 2000 or 1950. Only 2 options. Anything less, well, you're a destruction army because you just got screwed over. He's playing Lightfinger, and basically that'll allow him to play, do a dirty trick, one specific dirty trick, which is basically their teleport dirty trick more than once, because they're normally only able to do it once per turn. They're a 3-drop list, so that's pretty cool with Lord of the Swamp. And for the manifestation lore, he took Kronspine to add a little bit of beef to the relatively swingy, you'll understand as we watch this, and fragile-ish army that is Kruelboyz. They got a lot of wounds, but they don't have a lot of armor. They have a lot of output if the die rolls go in their favor, but if they don't really do as much. So the Kronspine is actually quite a nice little add, generally speaking. Speaking of generals, let's look at the general regiment, affectionately known as Regiment Number 1. We got a Swampclaw Shaman with Pockrot, one of the best wizards in the game. This guy could be a 2-cast wizard, not a problem. Absolutely amazing. Then in his actual regiment itself, he's got a Manskewer Boltboyz, fully reinforced. So he's obviously expecting them to do a lot of work, and those will most likely have priority target. Because although priority target did get nerfed, it is still very useful, especially in an army that has the ability to teleport units. Oh, but he won't be able to teleport that, unfortunately, because they are reinforced. So they'll have to do it the old-fashioned way. Still, nevertheless, it's actually still good to have priority target in your general's regiment. All right, let's go to Regiment Number 1, affectionately known as Regiment Number 2. We got a Snatcher boss on Sludgeraker Beast. This guy's basically a buff machine to a whole bunch of different Kruelboy units, increasing their mortal wound output, or lethal, I should say their damage output, just generally speaking, within an aura of it. And in that regiment, we have 2 reinforced units of Gut Rippers. I'm a big believer in Gut Rippers, actually. I had this conversation with Paul a while back ago, and I was talking about how Gut Rippers, the army in general, could be very, very swingy. And what I liked about Gut Rippers is they were durable enough so that when you flub your die rolls, they're not necessarily deleted right away. And the other thing I like about Gut Rippers is they do have a horde amount of attacks, so they could just lean back on their regular, crit mortal wounds, and still potentially do a lot of damage. So they're a way to kind of mitigate the die rolls. At least that was what my thinking was. And I think Paul kind of arrived at the same conclusion too. Obviously not cheap at 340 points each, but they are beefy units. We go to Regiment Number 2, affectionately known as Regiment Number 3. We have a killer boss on Corpse Ripper Vulture, which I love, with Slippery Scumbag, so he'll be able to get out of dodge when he needs to. Great for performing actually battle tactics. You would think he'd be a monster in combat. He's like okay, nothing too fantastic. It's actually honestly the movement. The army has a tendency to castle, and you need mobile units to go do some work and score points, and this guy will probably be doing that. And then we have Kruelboy Monster Killers, which is generally just a great solid unit, especially versus monsters. Guess what? And then we have a second unit of Manskewer Boltboyz, fully reinforced. All right, that's them. Let's rip through now the Hedonists, weighing in at 1980. Boozed. Achievement not unlocked. He's got Epicurean Revelers, and basically Epicurean Revelers allows them to rally up to 3 times instead of once. He is a 2-drop list, so very aggressive. Definitely wants to control or decide who has priority first turn. Spell lore of extravagance gives them no choice. Then the manifestation lore, he went the manifestations of depravity. David has been enjoying actually using the Hedonites manifestations. I find that kind of interesting. I think I still would rather have Morbid, to be honest, or Primal. Because I would have loved to have seen the heal because he's got some big monsters in his list. Speaking of monsters, let's actually talk about it. Regiment's list, we got Shalaxi Hellbane. She is a house in combat. She hits really, really hard, is the general. Blissbar Seekers reinforced. Obviously, these guys are expected to do a lot of work, can run and shoot if I'm not mistaken still, and just pour out an absolute metric ton of shots. We got 2 units of Fiend, fast-moving guys that could basically be sacrificed to stand on objectives, perform battle tactics, and what have you. Then we go to Regiment number 1, affectionately known as Regiment number 2, Keeper of Secrets, into the fray, and Pendant of Slaanesh. Basically, Pendant of Slaanesh will give them the heal, if I'm not mistaken. I can't remember what the Into the Fray does. And then Blissbob Archers, another min unit, again, probably to screen and to perform battle tactics. And then 2 units of Seekers, which are absolutely fantastic, super, super fast, again, to perform battle tactics. You'll notice performing battle tactics is kind of a big deal. It's how you win games. And, of course, it has the faction terrain, the Fane of Slaanesh. All right, let's see where the table's at. The boys are still haven't even started deploying yet. These guys are killing me. Let's go to the table and see where the guys are doing. Maybe they can explain themselves.
You're in 4th place.
4th out of how many?
8.
Oh, that's all right. Top half. Yeah.
We sent 3 teams. We sent our team, we sent Mitch's team, and we sent Kevin's team. That was fun.
Oh, true. Yeah. We weren't sure. Cool.
Well, wait, really? Do you say we can play now? Do we wait?
Let's do this. Roll up.
Yep. Oh. Okay, what do you like to do?
Go ahead. Yeah.
Me?
Yeah. We'll let you do
Little
the
old
honors.
me? All right, I'm bring up my keeper regiment.
All right, these handsome gents were waiting for me to give them the A-OK. All right, no big deal. That's fine. Let's go to the chat and see who is actually in chat tonight. We got Daryl Jones. Welcome, Daryl Jones. Hey, everyone. Chaos for the win. I love Hedonists, but I'm not going to lie to you. I really, really want Kruelboyz to win. Any W for the Destruction faction is an enormous achievement. Daryl Jones got a further comment. Wait, it's the profane god Slaanesh. Corn will deal with it. Yeah, fair enough. You are a corn lover. Orcs for the win, absolutely. Mark, my panda, it still works. It's units of up to 10 models. Oh, nice. You're talking about the teleport, aren't you, Mark? I believe that's what he's talking about. So, yeah, all right, sweet. I thought it couldn't be reinforced, but you're right. I mean, the 6 is definitely less than 10. And then we got Daryl Jones again. Hey, everyone, let's boost this channel and video. Like this video and let the mortal realms know. I appreciate you, Mark. I should say Daryl. He's my head of advertising. That's right. Daryl likes to amp up the channel, and I really do appreciate you, my man. Scarecast, you should be rooting for the orcs. Down with Slaanesh. And then we got Darktron saying Mr. Big Sexy is in the chat. So what's happening right now? How are they going to be deploying? Yeah, that doesn't surprise me much. You will definitely see those Seekers off to the sides to perform and get in position for flanks. So there they are. One to one side, one to the other. He wouldn't even need to run. All he needs to do is get one model within 6 inches of that short battle edge to your right of your screen, and he'd be able to score that. No problem. The Keeper, not even bothering you with putting up a screen, and this is just straight up knowledge at this point. There is no danger of Kruelboyz coming at you in a big alpha strike. Now, I say that, but he can teleport 9 inches away and potentially execute a 9-inch charge. And if monster killers get into grips with that Keeper, Raggy, that could be bad. We'll see what happens. It'll be interesting to see if Paul sees that line of play and goes for it. I mean, I think I would. I'm not going to lie. What I would do is have one of those monster killers toe into that objective to your right hand of your screen and line up the rest just outside of 9 inches of that keeper and try to nail that charge. Killing that keeper is a big deal. I know destruction factions are not in the best of spots, but if you disrespect them, they will remind you, hey, we're still not nothing. So we'll see what happens. Another thing you could do is you could teleport a unit of Bolt Boys and close that gap and let loose on the keeper. But I think the play is to actually charge it. We'll see what happens. Those fiends just getting into position. Yeah, generally speaking, I like where everything is at. Again, I would have preferred something screening the keeper just in case. Bliss Barbs lining up on the line of scrimmage as well, getting ready to dive in for that center. That's good. And the Kruelboyz. Let's look at the Kruelboyz side. Kruelboyz doing classic Kruelboy things, and that is castling. So when you're playing a 3-objective mission, I always favor a side. I pick 2 and go, you know what? These are the 2 I'm going for. And then I'll put something off to one extreme side that's fast and mobile that I can constantly threat so that the player still has to do something about it. So there you go. Obviously, both players are favoring 2 objectives. It looks as though the Slaanesh player has definitely got more happening on the non-favored side than the Kruelboyz, I guess. We'll see what happens. We'll see if that play happens. Oh, man, if he teleports, he's measuring right now. I don't know if he had... Seeing as how he's placing those monster killers, because I believe that's a monster killer unit, I don't think he's thinking about teleporting him in. Anyway, if it's your first time here, folks, welcome to us. We are Explain Live, and we basically stream games out of a little shop located in the lovely Mississauga, Ontario, Canada. And basically, we are not a battle report channel. I just want to let you know. We just invite our customers onto our channel and just stream their games. So what the heck does that mean? It means you're definitely going to be seeing armies that are midway projects, meaning models that are unpainted, because that's just the life of a competitive wargamer, as they keep on adding and building and that sort of thing. So if you want to look at a beautiful battle report channel, oh my gosh, check out so many that you could pick. Off the top of my head, I love watching Battle Shock and Season of War. What else? I love... Oh my gosh, I can't believe I forgot the kitten again. I can't remember the name of their channel. Weak and Decadent. That's what it is. Love that channel too. So there you go. Those guys all have beautifully painted armies, and that's a battle report. Those are battle report examples of battle report channels. This is a channel that reports on battles. So it's just us sitting on the sidelines, looking at our customers, play games, have fun with some commentary. Now, we just had the roll off of priority, I believe. No, couldn't have, because Hedonists were out dropping them. All right, well, let's see where we're at. Let's get to the table, and I can stop talking.
Probably within 12 for these, right? Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
9 inches out.
Cool. And then
you should be fine. You're fine. You're fine.
And then he's going to cast for. Let me make sure the range is good. To give them +1 to save. And on a 7.
On a 7?
Yeah, it's my last cast. So.
On an 8.
Okay, cool. You got it.
We should do bodyguards. You know that, right? Bodyguards?
What do you mean?
Honor guard?
Oh, yeah. This one's mine.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Which one's yours?
These guys.
Cool. I do the, what do you call it? The +1 to hit and wound against.
+1 to hit and wound. I'm going to do... I'm going to do anti-infantry with them.
Sure thing.
I should mark and make sure.
Okay, I think that's it for my hero phase.
Dude, I want to do something in the hero phase.
Oh, before we go too far, throw a dice for the primary.
Oh, yeah, that.
Yeah. We should have said 1, 2, or 3.
Yeah, we should have. Oh, it says here 1, 2, and 3. So there's that one.
Okay.
Yeah, look at that.
Works for me. Cool. Yeah. You gonna do any hero face stuff?
Debating. Maybe. Maybe not. 4 command points. Do I need to do anything right now? No. No. Okay. Movement phase.
Cool. Sounds good. All right.
Well, that was a lucky break for the Kruelboyz for having them primary objectives land. Basically in the 2 objectives that they're in position to basically take with authority. That was very, very nice. And also being able to get that Kronspine out. That is no joke either. That thing is an 8 to cast and a heck of a bulldog for anything that wants to come in. I can't remember when the teleport happens, but I believe it's in the movement phase. Let's see if he actually goes for the keeper. What do you think? I'm a wild man. I know I would go for it. But maybe a more conservative player would consider, nah, that's just too much. But personally, I think if you put the Monster Killers there, it fills that charge. Those Monster Killers could just screen out that area, and that's still not bad. Am I wrong? What do you guys think?
It's gonna get a couple extra bodies on. She's probably OC control 5. Yeah, she'll be okay. I'll roll for that. Oh. Okay. Meant to be.
Yeah, meant to be.
10 will get me on. I'm just gonna go tag it. There. I'll roll a run for the shaman. 4. Mine's right here. These are those ones.
Understood. What did you pick?
Anti-charge,
+1 to hit.
anti-infantry.
Anti-infantry?
+1 to hit and wound.
Priority target.
Yeah.
Awesome.
That one's for general? That one. Okay, cool.
Don't want the pointy stick.
So I get charging. So then I will go for 3. Yeah, because you're the
I'm not so sure I want to throw something away to get on that last objective.
Come on.
Yeah, I don't want this game to be done too fast. It'd be embarrassing.
Done too far. I'm not gonna do anything.
I will roll a dirty trick for the teleport, so it'll be on a 2+. There it is.
There it is.
Next one will be on a 3. I'll try again. Okay. Got it. So the next one will be on a 4, if I can find it. And this is such a bad move. For 1 point, eh?
Do it. I dare you.
I think I'm going to.
Okay.
Just
to make it interesting. It's a bad move, but
I don't know about a bad mood. I think that's a little extreme. He obviously went for the scoring approach. Definitely the safer decision. Probably more valuable. I was just looking forward to seeing Mississauga potentially charge a keeper. That's what I was looking forward to. All right. So far, I've liked all the decisions more or less, except for that anticlimactic decision of unfortunately sacrificing those poor monster killers. Just in case you guys didn't hear it, the Bolt Boys in the top right corner do have priority target, and that big unit of I believe those are Bliss Barbs. That's the shooting guys that are mounted. The ones that are purple and black toward the bottom left hand of your screen, that unit that the measuring tape was just above, have anti-infantry. So everything, when they charge, they get an additional Rend. I want to say hello to Teresa. Hello, Teresa. How are you? Is Daryl Jones asked me whether I'm going to be in Mississauga Game Expo on the November 15th, 16th. I will not be. Did you get the dice cam working? Yes, we did. It is actually working. Yes. Mark Panda, the teleport can be tough because your unit has to be wholly within 3 inches of the terrain piece. So it doesn't always work. Yeah, fair enough. And then back to Daryl Jones. Mark, are you taking because of base size? Oh, talking about base size. Yeah, there he is. He corrected himself. Can't be either. Sometimes the number of the models plus base size can make it hard to unit to fit wholly within 12 inches of the terrain. Yeah, fair. That is very, very fair. But I see a wood that he could have teleported to. Maybe the 9 would have put him out. You're not wrong. And that fence he could definitely use, but then he's probably more than 9 inches away. Yeah, true enough. True enough. True enough indeed. All right, let's get back to the game. Looks like some action is about to happen.
So hitting on 4, 6s are crit.
Cool. Crit mortal?
Crit hit.
Oh, yeah,
2
yeah.
hit.
Oh, that's great, yeah.
Boom. How many 6s did I see?
I think I got a little lucky on that.
And how many 6s? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 6s.
Oh, okay. Not as lucky. If I stand up, I'm not that lucky.
And winning on 4s.
Cool.
So I heal 3 after that.
2, 4, 6 at -2. Since you're contesting objective, I do not control.
Okay, cool. So I'll be on a 6-up with the YOLO defense.
Yep.
That one. That's the one I totally botched and missed. So I
Two
failed 4.
sixes. Look at that.
Single damage?
Single damage.
Okay, so you killed 2 guys. That'll mess up coherency a little. Oh no, it won't, because I'll be down under the amount I need. Okay, cool.
Okay.
That's everything, right?
That's everything.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So it'll
I'm not
be,
counter charging yet.
max points for the turn.
Mm-hmm.
Primary.
I don't think you can come in with anything that I care about, Plague of Rusting. Not really.
Cool.
Okay.
So the one huge advantage he got there by scoring max points, is reaching for that extra point. It really puts the pressure on the Slaanesh player to have to answer back or slip back a point. So what does that mean? The Slaanesh player not only needs to control the primary, and that objective is all the way to the right of your screen. He has to control the center and the middle just to claw back points. And that's an awful lot of bodies already in position. He could definitely do something about it, but those Kruelboyz got all these nasty tricks. And it is a slot machine army, but man, this is definitely very, very interesting. So one of the things he can do when you charge, currently right now, I believe the dirty trick is happening on a 4, 5, or 6. He can make you strike last. And strike last is, it's a big deal. Especially when you're looking at that that primary objective where you see a whole whack ton of gut rippers and a Kron spine. If he charges those gut rippers and you strike last, oh man, having gut rippers and a Kron spine go before you is going to be gross.
I guess the statistics bites onto them. A 9.
Cool. That's your unlimited spell for your faction? Yeah. Cool. You got it.
Okay, so they also get crit mortals in combat. Why would they go into combat? I don't know.
With crit mortals. Do they get 2 attacks each at least?
Yeah, no, 1 attack, sadly.
Okay. Yeah, you might want to avoid.
You know what? I'm going to activate this onto her.
Yeah.
So she suffers 1 mortal. This one. And I will get her +1 to wound.
Cool.
Okay, that is all my shenanigans. Would you like to respond?
No, go ahead. Go for your movement.
Okay. So these guys can move 12, but we're just gonna go just enough. Just enough. These girls. Just leave it there. He can run and shoot, so they will run. 4 inches, so 10 inches. Moving 10 inches, 10 inches, 10 inches.
I get plus 3 initiative, plus 2 initiative, so basically the plus initiative bonuses I get plus 1 initiative, basically.
Stop moving up.
Yeah, I understand, but the one from the counter charge.
Interesting move with those bows. Moving up with impunity to that center objective to outbody the Kruelboyz, but at what cost? Let's go check to find out. That is why. Okay, so the Kruelboyz have 0 CP, guys. That's a very important detail because basically he can move in there with impunity and not have to worry about a counter charge. Good heads-up play by the Hedonists player. So scoops up that objective, and he should be able to scoop this 0 issues at all whatsoever. But neither one of those objectives are the primary. So what does that mean? Well, by controlling those 2 objectives, he's going to only score 1 point apiece. He needs... but he will get more. Pardon me. So he'll score 1 point each, have more, which is an additional 2, plus a battle tactic, which is take flanks. 100% he's going to have that. So right now he's scoring 8. He needs to be able to take that primary if he wants to match the Kruelboyz score. And that's the pressure that you put on an opponent by going first. I like the move. And so far I'm digging what the Hedonists player is doing as well. I'm more curious because these 2 decisions are actually fairly easy to make, understanding that there's no response from the Kruelboyz side because he has no CP. I'm more curious what he does on the far right. Does he go for the primary to try and joust for that one objective, or does he say, you know what, I'm cool with being points down for now?
6 inches. That's 8. That's 4.
I can choose to go straight if I can make it. Like, technically, my legal charge would be here.
I hit 6.
Now, the legal charge, whenever I hit
6 inches is right here. 12 inches. Yeah, we'll run them. Oh, wrong way.
I can choose that's legally with the charge.
Can't see what it is.
I can choose how I charge.
6. So 18 inch.
7 plus D6 plus another D6.
So we'll just put you guys over here.
Sounds good. Then you owe me a fear. So fear is because everything in my army causes fear.
Okay.
Then they owe me a fear check. You make a leadership check.
Little Seeker, what would you like to do? Not Seeker, Keeper.
So just your normal minus 1 hex or half range.
What will little Hugsy want to do?
You have quick shot, I assume, right? Yeah. Well, no, because you're standing and shooting. So unless you have no.
How many guys you have there?
You
5?
still get that minus. You trip minus. They have the ability to
6 plus. Is that guy on? Oh no, sorry. Yeah, 5 and plus 1 for the banner.
So 6 guys in there. Alright, so just gonna go like this.
Yeah. So they don't have a quick shot, and
And then these guys.
for doing so. So we're half range shooting, which is -1. He didn't move, so you would be effectively -2 again.
Follow her now.
This time,
They're going to throw their butts for a little bit, only because
they don't have quick shots.
of the talents there.
Double -1 again.
No cowardice from the Hedonists player. That is for certain. He is diving in. Now, what's the downside of all these moves? I'm assuming he's not going to charge on that side. He's just going to be happy taking that objective. But maybe I'm completely wrong. Maybe he just goes in. If he doesn't charge, he's just looking, obviously, just to score. Because that is a big landmine right there, and he could lose the keeper on his own turn. The charge that I'm expecting to happen is the one on the far left, to lift those Masa Killers and call that a day. Mind you, though, he could go for it. But assuming he doesn't, what's going to happen next? So you always got to kind of think to the future. Right now, the Hedonists player is really, really open to a priority role. Meaning, if the priority does not go his way, he's in big trouble. And the crazy part is the Kruelboyz player. Oh, hold on one sec. There was a redeploy, and I did not see any CP. Oh, I don't think the boys put it up on the screen. So now I have to go verify where their CP is at. Anyway, so obviously there was more CP there than I realized because I just didn't know. So he had at least one. I think he should have allowed them to go through. He couldn't go forward. Anyway, back to what I was saying. There's a priority role that's going to happen in the next following round. If the Kruelboyz lose it, I don't think it's going to be that big of a deal because their dirty tricks will be able to mitigate it. I think the actual Hedonists need it more than the Kruelboyz, and that's completely engineered by the player. That's the position the Hedonists player put himself in. He's just went all in on those center objectives. And when you do that, it's a 50-50, right? So it's either the most brilliant play ever, you're positioned to do everything if you win priority, or absolute worst as everything starts shattering like glass because everything's in a position to get its teeth kicked in.
Need some mercy on this shooting.
Of course. That's 2, 4, 6, 8 at -1.
Cool.
You gorgeous human beings, I need you to put your CP
Oh, cool. Sounds good.
Yeah. I thought you had 0 CP. Then when you redeployed, I was like, oh.
Oh, yeah, wait a second. I guess the camera doesn't pick those up. Let's see here.
I have 2 CPs left.
4 spam, 4 gain, 2 spam. Cool. 8 -1. Cool. So 5 ups with the Allo defense. Save only 1.
Yep, 1 damage each.
Cool. So I'll lose 3.5.
Okay. All these girls gonna shoot at to that big, small squad. Yeah.
These guys, sure thing.
3, 3, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Mark, he's saying Paul's on a 3+ right now for his next one. He's going to want to strike last on a 3+. I believe he went for a teleport on a 2+, and then went for his finger to do it on a 3. So he should be actually on a 4+. 0 CP, you're questioning that, and of course that seems wrong because it is. I was looking at the screen, it said 0. You're absolutely correct. He did have at least 1 in his back pocket. All right. Interesting game. Love Kruelboyz because you just never know what could happen because they got so many crazy maneuvers they could pull off. So cool.
2, 4, 6.
Yeah,
Gotta love the
roll.
pick 2.
Yeah.
And Woony on force. If that overwhelming accuracy hit, I would be doing on 3s. But hey, this is good enough. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13 at -2.
Oh, they just go through.
1 damage each.
Cool.
Are you dead now?
Yeah, you got him.
Good. Now it's my objective.
Yeah, if it failed, it was E6 +3, strength 6 hit. Each with multiple wounds too.
Okay. That's all my shooting. Like you shoot at me?
No, I'm out of command points.
Oh, you got a command point. Okay.
Yeah.
Charges. Cool. Keepers. Actually, the fields are going to attempt to charge first. Sure.
Massive. It's 12.
Oh, all right. Okay. Cool.
Casting done. Onto. He technically moves twice, but he's fire.
Make sure you leave yourself enough pass-through room if you're wanting to. Oh, she could go.
I mean, I don't think I'm going to charge her now.
Oh, okay.
Because, like, I mean, nah, she's not going to charge. I want to, but I probably will get boggled up and, you know. So,
Bone Dragon is, but it is magical attack. Yeah. It is a necromantic fire.
nah,
So
screw it. That's how my charges? No command points, right?
Yeah, go ahead.
Alright, so combat. I'll use the command point for all attack.
Sure.
On a 4-up,
Yeah, it's gonna cover all. So
on a 4-up, you strike last. Nope.
Same thing anyway. It's only
Yeah. Sergeant, so these are hitting on 3s. So it's the all attack.
7 regular dudes on 4s. They hit with partials. So 2
And wound you on 3s.
rest of his case point springs 3, so he's not on 4. So 4 wizard does wound.
4 up minus 1.
cool. 5 up save.
D3 damage each.
Okay.
Goes over everything on top.
6, 7, 8 damage.
Cool.
Huh. Alright, cool.
Okay. So he'll swing back now. 6 attacks. 4s and 2s.
And then 1 regular alpha.
I like that.
Yeah, perfectly average. That is not.
I like that.
1
What's the
minus. Rend 2.
Rend 2 damage?
Damage 3.
3? Alright, 6 up ward.
So you're not losing anything here.
No. 1 takes all of it.
Cool.
And then that's the red weapon, another red weapon. On to resolving of attacks for combat. So we're here. 3 attacks hitting on.
All right, for those new to the game, that big yellow circle on your far right of your screen, that thing is not a monster. No. That thing is what is referred to as a manifestation, folks, and that cannot control objectives. So, looks like the Hedonists player did a power move, asserted his authority, and scored 10 points this round.
Hits per dude.
I got 3.
Oh, it almost flipped on the 3.
7, 8.
I'm gonna take it.
Sure thing.
It is actually very terrifying.
Okay.
Good. Do you want to roll for the primary?
Is the active player who does it? Yep. Okay, active player.
So we'll go 1, 2, 3.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm moving from there now.
It's the only one that I really have no chance to stop you, yeah.
Come here. Okay, so.
And these are the.
Oh, he took damage at the end of the turn, so he heals. Okay. Hero stuff. She is going to attempt to banish that.
Sure.
It's 7, right?
Double check for you.
Yeah, most have.
8 plus. Yeah.
8?
Yeah.
That's why like the 6 regulars, not me.
Got a 10. I know it takes D6 more, 6 more damage, but
It would kill it.
it
Yeah.
will kill it.
And if you use Setras,
And she's going to cast. Overwhelming Acquiescence.
and then now, so now I can
Nope.
overrun.
I'm in range for these unbinds. Yeah, we're good.
Before I forget, she gets it, they get it, and you guys will always have it. And you guys are the anti-charge ones.
Is that the the euphoric buff?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll get 3 dice off.
3 dices.
Cool. How's it?
Don't worry, you have 3 dices here.
Cool. Oh, perfect. Yeah.
Okay, let's see what can...
All right, everything coming up Millhouse for the Hedonists player. That was a heck of an important priority roll. Puts him in a sweet, sweet spot. It basically means everything he did on the first turn was pure genius. That's right, all according to plan. His army is in the perfect position to take advantage of that priority. That's the upside of moving so aggressively. But it does cost him. He has to forfeit, a battle tactic in essence, basically score only a maximum of 6 points instead of 10. The other thing, he was casting those tokens were the euphoric killers. Basically, Slaanesh has a mechanic where the Hedonists player can offer the opponent up to 3 dice, and each one of those dice that he hands over to a player, he buffs a unit in his army. What does the buff do? It gives him crit 2, so on 6s it explodes 2 additional hits, and the ability to, I believe, run in charge, if I am not mistaken. Mark, you should know this, right? Because you're like, correct me all the time, remember all the rules. You're the man. Oh, I just read your comment. Yes, he did forget the 6-up ward. Got caught up in the moment, I guess. It's so easy, right? When we're watching stuff from the sidelines, it's so easy to critique. I like to remind everyone of that, of course, because we have the God perspective right now. But good call. Paying attention. Where was I? We're talking about the game. Oh, also extremely fortunate for that primary to actually flip over all the way to the left hand of the screen. So that was a big, big deal. That is for sure. So what's going to happen? What is he going to do? Well, he's just going to put those fiends. Well, he already got that objective. So that big Bliss Barb unit is now just going to swarm over with exploding hits and probably devour that unit of Gut Rippers you see in the middle of your screen. Between all the shots, between those Bliss Barb on foot, the Keeper that's probably going to go that way, and the unit of Riders to your left, I guess, of your screen, that's a mix of purple and black. Yeah, that unit is dead. That unit of Gut Rippers falls, that is going to be a very, very big deal. Now, currently right now, all is not lost. Why? Where there's a will, there's a dirty trick. So the actual Kruelboyz can make one unit that comes in strike last, which is a huge deal. What else can he do? Between all out defense as well. And he could also even make them -1 to hit, or at least some of those units -1 to hit as well. So the unit is more durable than it looks. Hopefully it'll hold and take all that attention. What's also a big deal, though, is the Sludge Raker is exposed. Hopefully the Kruelboyz player will realize he could redeploy and maybe get a lucky redeploy and put himself wholly within that forest. If he does that, he'll be -1 to hit because that monster does not fly. So that's at least something maybe he can do. But a lot of really important pieces right now are exposed because the Kronspine is no longer there. There's a big hole in the line, and he was relying on that Kronspine to stick around. But the Hedonists player did, dispel it, which is a very, very big deal. Ooh, things are looking pretty darn good for Hedonists. We'll see what happens. We'll see what kind of pressure, and we'll see all the dirty tricks that Kruelboyz do. It's a slot machine army. When it goes off, they win big, but we'll see what happens.
He's a monster, right?
Yeah.
So you go one guy, unit that's engaged. Whatever is the highest combat rest, that's the one that's resolved for 10 I can just declare it. I can just declare it.
Don't forget too, he has the slippery scumbag, the 3-up retreat kind of roll. But,
Who's I'm gonna go into combo for?
just a heads up.
I'm gonna shoot at her.
True, yeah.
I'm gonna murder her. Or just let him be. Just shoot them. No, shoot them.
I just want to welcome the Soothsayer to the actual chat. Did Lionel slap anyone tonight? You know what? I resent that. I do not perform any physical violence on any guests. I do not touch them. Thank you very much. Maybe make fun of them after. Maybe slap them with words. But never anything physical. Appreciate you in the chat, my man. Hopefully everyone's having a good time tonight. If you're new to the channel, well, welcome to us. If you like this sort of thing, well, we do this every Wednesday. So that's pretty cool. We also stream our events. That usually events kicking off once or twice a month, so we stream that as well. If you love 40K, guess what? We do this sort of thing on Fridays, and you're more than welcome to join us then as well. So if that strikes your fancy, man, we super appreciate if you hit that subscribe button, maybe flashes a thumbs up, hit that ring-a-ding-ding bell so you get to know when we actually go live. This is going to be a big round for Hedonists for certain. This could decide the game depending on how well it goes one way or the other. Very, very interesting. I'm wondering where those seahorses are going to go. He's going to squeeze it into there. He's not going to whip around. If he could run and shoot, I would have probably just spent the CP, add 6, and whip around 20 inches to swoop around that ruin and be able to potentially attack from behind. He's trying to cram far too much in the front. All those seahorses and the keeper are going to have a hard time. They're going to be tripping over each other. Those guys, if I'm not mistaken, move 14 inches. If he auto runs, it'd be a 20-inch movement. Or maybe he's not planning on charging with the seahorses. I'm just going to call him that. Maybe he's just planning on sending the keeper, actually. And that is Shalaxi, by the way. So that she is no joke in combat. She does specialize, though, in killing heroes. That's her main thing she likes doing. When it comes to units, she does all right. She's no slouch, that's for sure. Interesting stuff. All right, we'll see what happens. I think we might see a dead Gut Ripper unit, though.
I see shooters. I want to kill them shooters. Okay, I think that's all my movements. And you guys are missing a total. Okay, that's all my moving. Like to redeploy?
I'm going to dirty trick.
Oh, you're a dirty trick?
Yeah, so 2 up for the teleport. And I'll grab these guys.
Coward.
Oh, you'll see a lot of that, don't worry.
Oh, behind me.
Yeah, it's just a matter of what terrain. Let me see. Let me just this real quick. So these guys have a 12-inch. Okay, so I can go on the back half and be okay.
I see.
Let me just double check distances for next turn. Let me go up just a little further.
Going after Shalaxi, I see.
Not necessarily. I have to go to terrain.
Oh, you have to go into
Yeah.
Any other teleporting? Huh?
I'd love to teleport these, but it's not going to happen. I'm going to redeploy these. 4.
Okay.
Well, I can't.
Let me just double check. A little on the
The
distance.
thing is, like, if I don't deal with equal
Cool. Actually fits in perfect in the 12-inch.
and then I can choose
Yeah, go ahead. Maybe I should have redeployed him, actually.
Okay. These guys can shoot to them.
Sure. I will... I'm going to all-out defense these guys also.
18, 21. Okay, these are hitting on 3s. No explodes this time because, you know, they're not kinky enough. They're hitting on 3s. Oh, wow.
No
All
6
right.
again?
No, I didn't give it for a killer, so.
Oh, yeah, that's all right then. Yeah.
All right, wow. Only 2 missed. Neat.
Yeah, it's actually a good roll.
And wounding on 4s.
Cool.
get away.
2, 4, 6, 8, 9, -1.
Cool. So it'll be on a 5-up with the all-out defense.
I see 3.
2 guys. 3. Yep, perfect.
Okay. The other squad's gonna shoot at them now.
Mm-hmm.
3, 3, 3, 3, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. I will use all attack with them.
Anything. If I move off the board, like myself, like for like.
So these are hitting on 2s. 6s are crit hits.
Cool.
Because he ran away and got chucked. But if you like charged off the table, like you pursued off the table, or if you ran off
The
table,
ones.
come back in because you weren't running. I think it's one snippet of the battlefield because he ran to another battle.
And how many 6s? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 6s. Yep, 6 6s. So basically everything hits. Gotta love the crit 2s, man.
Yeah. Especially with that many shots.
Yeah.
Adds up fast.
And wounding on 4s now. And there's the balancing act.
Correct. So if they have multiple attacks, only the first 2 models are base contact, so they're full attack. These guys are not base contact.
2, 4, 6,
Oh, you used command point,
10.
right?
yeah, 12.
Or just one so far?
Yeah, 1 left. 2 left. So
Oh, 2 left,
15 at -1 now. Since I'm controlling that objective now.
If they can fight rank on rank, supporting attacks are the
So -1.
Sorry, how many? I was fixing the
2,
command
4,
point.
6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15 at -1.
Cool. So it'll still be on 5 up?
Yep. Did you spike it?
Not too bad. 1 guy, 2, 3, 4, 5 guys.
Slowly but surely.
They do take a little while to take down, but I've definitely put them in a bad spot.
That's all my shooting. Do you have shooting? Question mark.
I'm not sure I want to spend the last command point to do a couple damage.
I'm behind your lines. There's
I
one.
think I'll just let you do your thing.
Okay. Charges. Fees are gonna take the charge.
Sure.
Also, like, everything.
6 inches.
I'm about to take some casualties. There's just no going back from, I think. It's gonna be a short game.
Burgers are really good. Oh yeah, Monster Collection, Monster Slayer, you'll kill things, and they pop out of the ground or on the board. So good. I just can't afford this particular list, but they are. They're bringing a lot more infantry or the call out. Oh, dude, I love to.
Shalaxi, she's gonna attempt to charge. 6 as well.
Oh yeah, way too many sense. I understand. I'm the same way, dude. Like,
So she'll just
we're playing it was
go right here,
AoS or whatever the fuck it is, like the new game system. And I'm
right there.
I can't this guy was coming here.
Um,
I have too many games.
the fiends over there are going to attempt to charge.
Yeah, sure thing. Oh no.
All right, they're like, we want to get in there. We see Big Birdie. We want to kill Big Birdie.
I'm only gonna have both boys left after this turn.
Let's hug Big Birdie.
This does not represent my normal gameplay ability.
Keeper. Keeper. She's going to attempt to charge. 6 again.
I think that saved me.
Nah.
Get the redeploy there. I may have models left after this turn.
Do I want to use... I have 2 command points.
True, yeah.
Do I really need anything else over here?
So they fly 10 or 9 like that. They march 20.
There, use... Try to strike last there, and then... With the fiend. No, she won't attempt to charge.
Okay.
This was hers. Oh. That was there. Do you want to charge? You don't want to charge. You want to charge. You don't want to charge. That's my charges.
Okay, cool.
Have to charge?
No, I don't have
You can't, yeah,
command
what's
point left, yeah. But what I will do is attempt to put a fight last on somebody. But
Maybe
she's
fight
got like
last?
14 wounds left, eh?
16 wounds. Oh, yeah.
Putting it on Shalaxi would be super sweet.
Hit and then 2 partials. Roll 2.
I'll attempt on her the fight last. So on a 3-up.
Oh, okay. So
No.
Man, he needed a break, and he did not get it. So when he charges Shalaxi, he positioned to be within 3 of the Sludge Raker. It's unfortunate the Sludge Raker is not what it used to be. It used to be an absolute machine in death, and right now it's kind of underwhelming in combat, especially for the amount of points that you're paying for it. The Hedonists player definitely identified the right target. Get rid of that shaman, pick him up, tie down that Sludge Raker, and at this point I think he's just going to put all his attacks into the Gut Rippers from Shalaxi. Shalaxi's super good at killing heroes, though, and that Sludge Raker is definitely a hero. Let's see where he allocated.
Her claws get 2. Now try to look at her things.
I will, just in case it comes up, I'll roll for these guys for the -1 to hit. It doesn't affect heroes, but in case pile-ins go a certain way. So there'll be -1 to non-hero stuff.
So I'm painting claws? What'd you do?
Oh, sorry, they're -1 to hit, but not against heroes. You don't have to worry.
Okay.
I just did it in case I end up piling in and catching them.
Did you get it?
Yeah.
Okay. So Shalaxi, her claws into your little dudes there. Cool. Hitting on 3, 6s are crit 2. Okay, both hit because there's a crit there. And I'm +1 to wound because of the fang. So 2s. That's 2 on -2.
It's going through. What's the damage?
8 damage each. 8 damage each. 8 damage total.
Oh.
You're just like, what? No.
Game over.
That's 8 damage in total.
Cool.
Soul Piercer. This is hitting on 2s. 6s are crits.
It's the main attack force.
Papa, look away. Look away.
This all into the Snatcher boss now?
So that's 2, but 3 go back
Oh,
in.
no.
And then winning on 2s.
You're making me look foolish here. Come on.
Sorry.
Have some mercy.
Mercy. This is Warhammer. Okay, so I get 6 attacks and 7 in wounds apparently. -3.
Oh, boy. This 6-up save.
You got it.
Good game, my friend.
You save 1.
Yeah.
So that's 3 damage each.
Okay, he's dead. We may just have to play twice. This is
No. Because you didn't fight twice was, just to ensure she didn't.
this is a blowout.
Your move.
jeez. Well, I suppose I'll take his 3 dice into
You sure I got Brady over there?
Oh, thank you. he's a goner anyway.
Hey, protect the thing.
You've got me all discombobulated here. It's all over.
What's his? Do he has Rend 2 weapons or?
I'll Rend 1. I don't even know if there's Rend 2 besides the Kruelboyz in the whole book.
Do I want to?
Here's his profile if it helps you out at all.
That D6. I'm gonna elbow defense.
Yeah, sure thing.
That D6 damage though. Yeah, that's a no-no.
Yeah, it's on a single dice roll though. Like only one.
Yeah,
profile.
single dice. Anything can happen.
Oh, you know I have these. Yeah.
You have those
okay,
two for
cool.
wound and saves and rewards.
Good call. Good call. Okay. First one, boss stick. Hits on 3s, 4s. Sorry.
Yep.
So 2. Wound on 3s. 1 at -1.
1 at -1, so 5 up.
Yeah. Sorry.
Damage.
2 damage.
6 up ward. That one. Oh, okay. So he takes 2.
Cool. Now the beak.
The beaks.
Hit on 4s. Wound on 2s. So 4 at -1.
4 -1, so back to a 5 up.
2 each.
How many?
2 each.
Fiends. Oh, you guys don't feel big dying yet. Okay, so you killed 1, 2, and 1 lives with 2 wounds. You got
Okay.
any more attacks?
Yeah, now I got that single profile stinger with the D6. But it's crit mortals, so I will use one of your dice to auto-activate the crit mortals.
Oh no, that's only to wound or save.
Oh, it's not hit rolls?
Yeah, not hit rolls.
Oh, no, okay. So it hits on 3s then.
So, counts as charge.
Not
Okay,
damage.
we'll wait.
It's going to flip to a 1, isn't it?
No,
Oh,
it's a
crit
6.
mortals, okay.
Well, look at that.
Yeah.
Damage.
So he's got, what, two damage left?
Yeah.
Cool. There you go. Dead dude.
Okay.
Oh,
I need 5 6s.
Yeah, there you go.
5 6s. I got 2. So they dead.
Well, we'll make it to like battle round 3 at least. Yeah.
It's fine. It's fine.
I'm not-
I'll bring them back. Don't worry.
I'm still finding it, although I'm getting demolished, I'm finding it hilarious. It doesn't matter.
Those fiends?
All the fighting ranks.
Yeah, go for it.
Do I want to pile and bring those guys in? Nah.
Yeah, I understand.
He's 6 wounds on a 6-up save, so you'll take care of business there.
6 wounds on a 6-up save.
Combat. You're the active player. You have champion.
And 5. Do I want to use my last one for all attack or do I save it?
Which is odd. He's literally got the best armor in the army. He's encased in a giant skull, but
Probably might do a 6-up save.
-1 to hit because I'm in a forest. Thanks, Lionel.
You might as well hit in the fourth. Remember that. Might as well hit in the fourth. Hitting on 5s and wounding on 3.
Because I'd rather you only kill one of my models.
You still have a command point left. Did you
One
all out
command point.
attack already?
How many command points do you have?
I have 0. Did you? What did you use on? You didn't use on her,
Nothing.
right? Yeah.
We're playing equal field. Oh, attack. Hanging back on 4s. See? All right, I might be able to do it.
If he lives,
Winning
I'll
on-
be grateful.
Oh wait, I can hit 2 times. I struck last.
Oh,
How about
yeah.
that?
And he's not killing you, so yeah, you're okay.
3s. That's 6 at -1.
Yeah, he's dead.
Here's a ward.
No. He's like 110 points. Great for the 110 points, but
He has no save?
not once you hit him.
He does like a 5 save, 6 save?
That's what I'm saying. Like he's like a whole giant skull wrapped in his body, and he's the worst save in the army. And, whatever.
Okay.
I'm sure you're okay with that, though.
Yeah. Alright,
so
go, guys.
Go with these guys.
You might as well hit against Shalaxi.
Okay, cool.
The same unit cannot.
I suppose I gotta start doing one, so it's really
So we got the champion.
sad state of affairs. If not, so it'll be 11 dice.
All right, as that Kruelboyz unit kind of swings futilely at the Shalaxi, I definitely did not Paul, about the neg 1 to hit in a forest. My man was feeling so down. I think he's he's looking at this game going, what did I do wrong? What could he have done differently in his opening round? Well, one of the things is maybe not gone for all 3 objectives. Again, we're seeing this in hindsight, of course, and that being 2020. He could have put the monster killers toward that middle objective. Forgo trying to score, try to score maximum 10 points, use the monster kills as a screen, and then had that unit of gut rippers behind them, and then basically had potentially 2 units of gut rippers going into this turn as opposed to just 1. The raker, of course, would have been really nice if it was actually in that forest. I would have preferred the redeploy on the raker. 4 inches, I think, would have got him wholly within the forest. If that was the case, if that was true, then Shalaxi would have received a -1 to hit there. It is super looking real rough. I'm just curious to find out what is going to happen because this is turn 2. The Kruelboyz player has not gone yet. It'll be interesting to see what he does. Currently, right now, he has no heroes. So no shaman, no raker. I don't know. I think he has maybe another shaman somewhere in his list. I'll have to double check. But what I'm looking at, I don't see another hero. Oh, so sorry. Yes, of course, the Vulture. The Vulture is the tan model all the way to the top left hand of your screen, hiding behind that forest. That is actually still alive. That could maybe bully some stuff. He gets really close, though, to those seahorses, and they will covering fire him probably, well, ding him up, beat him up quite a bit. But it might be still worth diving in. Yeah, maybe. Man, things are rough. Right now, the Hedonists player is sitting on 0 CP. So, assuming what I'm seeing on my screen, folks, is correct, he can actually move toward that objective with impunity and not be covering fire, which is great. Maybe make a charge and start doing something about those seahorses. But that's an awful amount of attacks. Ugh. But he's not dealing with any redeploys. He's not dealing with any covering fire. That monster is worth 5. So he's already spotted the move. He could chuck a run, forgo charging, and just take that objective from underneath him. Or go for the charge. Personally, I think I'd rather go for the charge and try to do something. He needs to start eliminating units is what he needs to do. And the first order is getting rid of at least that keeper. So, yes, put the Bolt Boys into him, put the unit of Gut Rippers into him. And he's got 2 units of Bolt Boys, actually. One right at the top of your screen in tan, again, kind of blending in a little bit. So he's got that unit there, and he's got a second unit that he's moving right now. Hopefully between all that, he'll lift a keeper. Oh, he's going for Shalaxi with that. Oh, that's interesting. I'm guessing he feels that... Gosh, I really truly hope that unit of Bolt Rippers on the bottom of his screen is actually also within range of the regular keeper as well. I really truly hope that he positions so that both unit of Bolt Boys can go into it just in case. And I would move the Gut Rippers toward the left to have the option of basically charging the Fiends or the Keeper. But I mean, charging the Fiends would probably bring you into Shalaxi, and maybe that's why he doesn't want to kind of go in combat. I don't know if you saw that, but Shalaxi kicks out an enormous amount of damage. So maybe wise not to engage. All right, here's hoping that we see some Hedonite units get evaporated. And then right now, the Kruelboyz player needs that priority to claw back into this game. He needs that priority.
Got it.
The teleporting. Oh.
I don't think that's the spot per se, no, because I won't get enough. How do you want for line of sight with this? True line of sight, or do you want to just make it infinitely blocking? Your call totally. I can work with either.
True line of sight, I guess.
Cool. More melee stuff because they're a lot better.
It's not 40K. It's always true. It is what it always is.
Cool.
Yeah, it's not 40K. It's not 40K. We can bend the rules.
That's the trouble with going back and forth all the time of games. Especially when the rules are so close, but not quite. Sorry.
Just reminding
I think I'm
the
getting a little
players
close on this.
that the buildings or ruins, and generally speaking, in any table you actually play on, all the terrain is pretty much exactly what it is in AoS. The only abstract piece of terrain are forests. Forests are the only things that you can kind of see, but affect shooting because of rules, because they have obscuring and what have you. But ruins, if they have obscuring as well, they could actually block line of sight. But generally speaking, they are what they are. We'd have to check to see if ruins actually obscure. They might have obscuring. Oh well, I already gave them the ruling, so I'll leave it. I'll let it ride as it stands right now.
3s and 3s.
So I win by one.
6s are auto wound. So 3 at -2.
3 at -2. 6 up save.
If you're within 12,
You're shooting Shalaxi, right?
Yeah.
6 up save. She did not save 1.
2 each.
5 up ward.
so I assume you're wizard in general.
She saved 1.
Yeah, so you rolled an 8.
And then my honor guard will also shoot her, so I'll get the it'll be
Plus 1
2s and
hit wound.
2s, yeah. One 6. So you got 5 at -2.
5 at -2. 6 up. I saved 1.
Cool. And 2 each, yeah.
I saved more than 1 this time.
Oh yeah, that's
Take 4 more.
pretty decent roll. Did I get her? I got her. No, 11. No, 1 left.
So that goes to 4. So 12. She has 1 wound left.
So close.
So close.
That's it for shooting. If you got anything.
I have no command points.
Oh, true. First turn, I didn't give you enough time, and this time
know,
I'm
right?
giving the time. You can't do it. So charges. We'll start with these gut rippers here.
Okay.
5. I'll do it.
Dude, they do impact it.
No.
That'd be funny, like the little gun. Whee!
I'm hoping they can pump a little damage, but not buffed. It gets a little. Really, depending on the swinginess of their nature.
All right, during that move, I just double checked. The actually ruins are obstacles, and what they do is provide cover. They do not obscure. All right, so that was clear. So Mark, I think, is echoing the same sentiments, I believe. You generally will have cover as a base on all terrain. Yep, you got it. But it's generally pretty tough to have it be active because you just need a single model to draw a line of sight to target to ignore cover. So there you go. Yeah, it just has to be intervening. So yes, if you see another model, it's exactly the way you said it. But right now, those bolt boys got a big chunk of terrain in between a bunch of stuff, so maybe they could get cover.
There.
Question is it in range? You should be in.
Yeah, it should be okay for the. I won't get the target I want, but I'm good for the 4-inch charge. So I roll 4 dice. 4 ups are mortals.
I really wish he forgoed that charge. So why am I saying that? Well, by actually tagging those seahorses, they're all going to get an opportunity to pile in. So instead of capping that objective, he won't, is basically it. Because there's no way that Vulture is going to be lifting that entire unit. So he will not be scoring that primary. And honestly, he really needs the points. I just noticed actually that the score is wrong, and Hedonists are actually leading this game. I forgot to update that, so I'll do so right now. They're currently leading 16-10. And scoring that primary would have been super sweet. If he didn't nail the charge he needed, then he should not have charged at all. That would have been the better move. I wish he had done that. I also wish the Gut Rippers were in position to actually charge Shalaxi and put her in the ground. With only one wound, he just needed to get a few Gut Rippers in there. So he's going to go with... He's going to go into the completely healthy keeper. And if he doesn't lift that, that would actually mean both keepers are alive going into a priority roll. And holy cow, does he need that priority roll? Both keepers being alive, it would be a very, very bad situation for him.
What is their actual... who's your general?
Poor Shalaxi, she's damaged so much.
For me, I won't be able to finish her at the fight last. I had hope. Hope was in sight until that roll. And that should get everything into range. None are dead, so it'll be 41.
Fiends. Yeah, Fiend can give them tight last on 4-up. That's why I keep it together.
Cool if I steal 6 from you, and then we can do it all in one roll.
For you, Paul, anything.
Awesome. Thank you, buddy. -1 to hit.
Anything is Slaanesh way.
It's going to be... You know, I should have buffed their crits. I'm slipping today. So it'll be hitting on...
Feel a lot better about that move. He actually did want to charge, but would have been suffering under strike last. So good move actually on Paul's part. I completely missed it. So by going into the healthy keeper is actually the right move. Ignore what I said. Good job, Paul. And great combination of units and buffs from the Hedonists players' perspective. Good job, David. All right, so hopefully... Oh, man, hopefully he lifts his keeper. He really needs things to go his way this round. If he's facing off against 2 keepers going into the next priority roll, oh, this is going to be a really, really bad spot.
Okay, so we got...
Damn.
I mean, it's not half bad, that's for sure.
How many is that?
So we got 8 mortals and then 3 saves, no rend.
3 saves, no rend?
Yeah.
3 saves, no rend, so 4 up, and then 8 mortals. So 4 up. All right, cool. So that is what? 11 ward saves. Nice. 8, 10, 11 ward saves. Ward save. 5 up. Wow, you bracketed her just enough.
Cool.
2, 4. Yep, bracket her. All right. Neat. Okay. Go and do over there. Moving 3 inches closer. Not gonna do anything. Okay, tails. Tails. No? Alright. That's fine. That's fine. Not everyone's gonna get in, sadly. Doesn't have a big basis. Okay. You get back in. So 3 can only get in.
This guy doesn't reach? He doesn't reach that one?
This
No.
guy's too far.
Okay, cool.
This guy was close enough, but that guy, he's far.
I mean, I'll take what I can get at this point, honestly.
So the sergeant is champion is not there, so we get 3 regular attacks, hitting on 3, 6s are crits. Not crit mortal, only crits.
Yeah.
Well, she was trying to line my line of protection. It's just like an escape.
2
was like, nope.
and 4s, nothing.
We did get line of protection.
And then licks. You get 3 licks. Hitting on 3, 6s are crits.
Onto the squad.
And 1 crit.
So getting him at 5, 6, 7, 8.
And then wound you on 4s. 3 at no rank.
Cool. 4 up save.
I licked you.
Single damage, I hope?
Single damage.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
You just got licked.
You're down to 12 wounds now.
All right. Hit me with the big birdie.
Yep. Okay, so first profile, the stick. Fours and, no minus set?
No minusing.
4s and 3s. The 6 is crit mortals. So 1 save, rend 1.
6 up. Nope. Damage.
So 2 damage and then 2 mortals also.
So 4 in total?
Yeah.
Kills this one. And one starts with 2 wounds on him.
Now the talons and beak, 4s and 2s.
I like that.
No more casting. Going on to charge phase.
Run away dice. Run away dice.
3 at rend 1.
3 at rand 1.
Charges.
6 up.
He's going to fire a charge into.
2 each.
Oh, all right. That's 2 died. 1, yeah.
They mean psychology.
And now the stinger, the D6 one. So it hits on 3s.
Okay.
And wounds down to 2+. 1 at rend 1.
1 rand 1. 6 up. We got it. That was a big one, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Okay.
it was a D6 damage.
You killed.
But I mean, the way things have been going, you know, I would have rolled a 1. I would have rolled a 1 anyway.
Okay, Shalaxi.
Yeah, go nuts.
She gets 4 attacks because she's bracketed now. Really bad.
Come on, quad
And
ones.
talents. So these are healing, the sword piercers healing on 2s, 6s are crits. They might live.
Not bad, not bad.
They might live. And the thing's affect until the end of my next hero phase? Question mark? Wait until the end of my next hero phase. Yeah, start my next hero. My next turn. Alright, and 2 up. 1 up minus 2.
It goes through.
3 damage.
Okay.
Talons. These are healing on 3, 6s are crits. 1 hit. Wounding on 2s. 1 up minus 2.
Damn it.
4 damage.
Just the sergeant left.
So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. It goes off because you reuse your faded. So,
Cool. Still all you fight last.
Oh yeah, they fight last.
Yeah.
Alright.
so these guys and these guys.
So
These guys were 8.
If somehow they could not kill him, I might get that 1 wound down.
you might.
You probably ward save it though.
You might.
These guys, they're going to use.
-1 to hit. Maybe he might live actually.
He
yeah.
might live. He might live. Might live. 5s. Oh my.
Maybe not. I see a lot of 6s.
I see a lot of 6s too. Imagine if they're crit mortals.
Yeah.
Oh.
So then
3s.
that's all of my movement.
5 at -1.
Breaking my heart here.
sorry.
We're done for.
Sorry.
6 up. Nope, he's gone.
Yeah, D3 damage.
Many times over, yeah.
Many times over. So you know what that means? Rally next turn.
This one hasn't gone, yeah.
These guys.
Well, she's bracketed too.
Can't engage.
She gets 4 attacks and her talents. She's talents hitting on 3s, 6s are crits. And 3s. Nothing.
Yeah.
Sword, healing on 2, 6s are crit.
go to combat.
Okay, cool.
You're falling to pieces here.
Falling
What's
to pieces,
going on?
Nothing. All right.
I'll take it. How kind of you.
Okay.
That's that, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So I'll hold this. What do you have on that?
We have 1, 2, 3, 4, and a banner plus 5.
So
tie.
it's yours then, because I haven't actually taken it from you. Either way, I'm not getting the points.
Oh,
yeah.
what's she? Control 5?
Control 5,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, I'll take this one.
Definitely take that one.
And battle tactic. So, control 1.
I mean, you can also attack this if you want.
I suppose I should throw my dice at it, yeah. Good call.
You are like, you're in combat.
How many wounds? I can't afford to kill it because it's my battle tactic. Okay. I don't think both boys will be killing it. Okay, so there'll be 4s and 3s.
Yep.
They do have crit mortals, so they have something going for them. Oops.
Okay, as those Kruelboyz, Bolt Boys, beat up on that piece of terrain, Paul scores, or I should say the Kruelboyz player scores 5 points. He's only 1 point behind and going into probably the do or die priority roll. So let's see what happens.
Here we go.
And a turn, she heals 3. Now she's not bracketed no more. Now she's going to kill things.
Cool. Unless I get my fight last off for the first time. I'll take it. I have to.
Yep.
You want to roll the
You're active player.
primary? True enough.
I'm the underdog.
No, I am by 1 point.
Oh, you are?
Yeah, yeah.
Ah!
My turn was pretty rough there.
Oh, yeah, you're right. You're right.
So 1 on that end, so it'll be the middle.
Be in the middle. We'd like to change it?
Yeah, let me just double check the wording on it. Okay, so I can make myself re-roll the dice. So we'll try it, because really, I'm really hoping for either side will do better than the middle.
Up over there.
Stay down there. Works for me. So I'll get 5 command points.
And I get 4 command points still.
All right, that was an absolutely huge priority roll. Because why? Well, we get to still see a game, folks. That's one thing about our channel. These games are actually not curated. So the boys didn't know what the other was actually playing. They brought the armies they wanted to bring. I was hoping he was going to bring Kruelboyz because we haven't really seen Kruelboyz on the channel. So we were basically seeing the game raw, what it is, and the predicament that War Clan's book is in. And I love seeing Hedonists. They really got a nice little buff. And honestly speaking, I think Paul would feel if he was to redo this game, he would position differently. And I really still believe that, and I'm sure Paul believes it too, that Kruelboyz are actually a really good army. It's just the learning curve is very, very steep. You make a mistake with Kruelboyz, and oh boy, do you feel it. As it stands, though, like I said, that was a huge priority roll. So what could he do with this turn? Well, 100% he deletes both keepers. 100%. Maybe I shouldn't curse myself. 99% he lifts both those keepers. The lovely thing about not scoring that primary objective because he charged those seahorses was that he locks those seahorses in place. So here's how it's going to go down. 1 unit of Bolt Boys fires at Shalaxi and hopefully picks her up. The second unit of Bolt Boys, I hope, shoots at those seahorses. So what do I mean by seahorses? I mean the ones to your left, on the left objective, the ones that are purple and black, and start weakening that hammer. Because this game is now potentially flipping. Those gut rippers are going to lift the keeper that they're in combat with. That's the one on the far right objective, buried under all of that green. So that they should be able to lift that keeper. The keeper, or Shalaxi, the one closest to the center objective, should die to Bolt Boys. And between the Bolt Boys and the Vulture Boss, we could see his third hammer get neutered this turn as well. That would be an enormous victory. I am very, very certain as well is he's also positioning the Bolt Boys to charge those Bliss Barbs in the center of that board. Assuming he does that, we could see the Kruelboyz player scoring max on the primaries, which is 6 points. What did he pick for his battle tactic? I don't know. He hasn't done so. He hasn't put it up on the screen yet. I will find out. I'll go on a scouting trip and find out what he picked. But this could be a 10-point turn for Kruelboyz. Whoa, that would be big. That would be big. All right, let's get back to the table and while I go scouting.
Actually, only one. You probably have a banner.
Oh. Yeah, she's gonna die. Yeah, she dead.
You have a rank? Oh, yeah.
She dead.
Cool. And then the remaining 3 shots over there. 2 auto wounds and 1 save at Ren 2. Oh, sorry, 3 saves because of the autos. On your...
Horses?
Yeah.
Damage?
2 each, so 6 damage.
So 1 more die. 1 more die.
5, and you have a banner, you have a rank in your close order. So, winning by 2.
Okay.
This has
Because they beat 8, I imagine.
some 9 wounds left here.
7. So you fail, you still fail, but you're shooting good orders. So just C6 back.
I know he needs the help here.
Oh yeah, you can use stubborn right now if you want.
Yeah, these will all go here. And I will also all-out attack.
You don't have to. You save it because you
What's their armor save? 5, eh?
It is not 9 moves left on the
I might as well pursue you because
He rallied.
Around. No, her thing when she takes damage, she heals 3 herself.
So 3 + 1 is 4. You're down to 1.
No, this one was the one
That
down to
one's
1. Yeah.
I was going to ask you a question. I got distracted. Keep it going. I'll think about it.
No doubt I've probably made some mistakes. I wouldn't doubt it. Feel a little rusty.
Very obviously.
You know, I'm going to go with their hasty shot just because your armor is not great and just try and really punch a lot. I did make one. He caught me.
It's very easy to, when you're looking from this side, very easy to
7, 11, 15. So it'll be 3s and 3s with the all-out attack. 6 is our auto wound.
It's the tip of your tongue.
I'm double turn.
You have to like
You double?
He
Yeah.
doubled.
You can't give me.
So roll. What do we got here? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 at Rend 1.
8? Oh, Ren 1.
Yeah,
I have a
that's
save?
the trade-off with the hasties. Put which, Lionel?
6 up.
What do you want me to put on there?
Did you put that in? That's all I asked.
Oh yeah, well it just doesn't put the slot if you take double. Yeah,
Thank you.
6 up. I save 2.
2 each still.
Oh, God. 1 dice, 2 die, 3 die.
Cool.
The shooting, the shooting.
Yeah, that's it for shooting. If you want to throw any at me.
You know what? I feel like it, but like, you know.
All right, while Franco is thinking, in my excitements, I'm sure you overheard, but I'll sort of underscore it right now. The Kruelboyz player did take a double, so the max he could actually score is 6 points. But look, everything's more or less falling into place. Keeper, or I should say Salaxi, is gone. He did the thing I was hoping he was going to do, which was pump the other 6 Bolt Boys into those horses off to your left-hand screen. that means a Vulture boss has a real decent chance of killing at least another 2, if not lifting the entire unit. And more importantly, I don't think he's too worried about them cracking back, so he could actually activate with the Gut Rippers. Now, the Gut Rippers can actually potentially do a dirty trick and make that Keeper strike last, and he could potentially lose nothing right now in combat, which would be absolutely tremendous. I'm assuming the Bolt Boys, again, in the center are going to make charges toward that center objective. So that's what will basically get him to 6 points, because he needs to get those Bolt Boys in that center objective and mixing and scrumming with those Bliss Barbs in the center. All right, so some covering fires has been laid down, but that's fine. Oh, what a turn of events.
Oh, jeez. I'm falling apart here. 5 in?
Yep.
Double check. It's probably good. Yeah, it looks good. Cool. And now this unit, same thing. 11. You know, can maybe wrap around on the point. May be a little sloppy. We'll just go like this. It's gonna.
Yeah, he's a token. Don't worry.
Shift him over a little. Yeah, I want my sergeant at least, in case these guys all die. Keep the good one for last. Okay. As far as combat abilities go, I will. I'll try the fight last here.
Okay.
So it's going to be on a 3-up. Fail.
I'm gonna give you guys.
I've been dirty tricking myself at this point.
I'll give you guys +1 in hand or +1 in save. Oh, yeah, +1.
It's heartbreak based on principle. Oh my gosh. Just can't pull off that strike last dirty trick. God dang it. Mark, it's a double, isn't it? Yes, it is. And then the 12 damages to the horse is so big. Absolutely it was. Now, him failing that dirty trick, luckily for the Kruelboyz player, was not the end of the world. All it means is he activates there first. And then those horses to the far left will get a chance to put some damage on the Vulture. But it shouldn't lift the Vulture. And then the Vulture should be able to at least kill 1 or 2 horses, taking that objective for himself. And then the Bolt Boys should be able to scoop up that center objective, because those archers in the middle are not exactly great in combat. Now, Orc archers are not exactly great in combat, but they're a little bit better than Bliss Barbs, so we'll see what happens.
I'm asking to hit because
Come on.
is really annoying to everyone.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17.
Oh God.
I guess I maybe could have left them to fight at the end. But who knows? If you spiked it, you wipe out more than half the unit.
Mm-hmm. 5 up.
Cool.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, she's dead.
Cool.
I did not spike that at all.
Oh, jeez, this isn't looking as bad anymore. Jeez. Yeah, here you go.
My go. We'll do these girls 4 here and 6 here.
Yeah. You know,
4 girls first.
I'm gonna all-out defense the smaller squad.
Okay. So this is 4 girls.
Interesting activation. I guess he's realizing he can't do anything about the vulture. Well, that vulture's now going to swoop in and hopefully take care of those seahorses to your far left of your screen. That's that purple unit that you see. Let's see if we get a better beat on it. Some damage is going to happen in the center. I think he just feels that he could do more damage in the center, but this is the unit that I'm talking about right here. There's a big vulture. There's some boys dying over here, but these are orcs. Orcs are 2-wound models. They should be able to hang against archers, no problem. And exactly right, Paul's now activating the vulture. Let's see what he does.
That nasty brick or
I'm going to all-out attack just to make it count. I'd hate to be stuck in combat again after, leave 1 wound behind or something. So first profile, spear, sticker. It's going to be 3s and 3s. 2, rend 1.
6 up.
2 each.
1 more dice.
Next profile, the talon and beak. It's going to be 3s and 2s. 3 rend 1.
6 up. 1 goes through.
2 damage.
That'll kill 1 more.
And now the stinger. 2s and 2s. That hurts me. so much for finishing them off. At least I'm out of combat, I suppose.
Yep.
Do you have anything? Oh, you won't have anything left then because you pulled them out.
Yeah.
So I'll start with the 3 guys just because it's don't require a pile in yet. 4s and 3s.
Dice down. Dice down.
At least it wasn't a 6 on the ground. That's the 2 hits. 1, no rend.
1 no rend.
Yeah.
Until little girls. 6 up. No. 1 dice. Damage 1.
Yeah, just 1. Suppose I should have thought about getting those guys on the point. I'll pile these ones on.
Whenever I feel the difference of.
And then same thing. So it'll be 7 dice with the sergeant, 4s and 3s.
Okay. All right. Oh, sorry. I must give
1 mortal. And 2 saves.
2 saves.
Yeah, no rend.
All right. 6 up.
So 3 total.
3 in
Did,
total.
did I screw myself up by not putting those guys up onto the point? Maybe. Yeah, that's everything, I guess. Yeah. Cool.
Okay.
That looks like I get all the objectives.
Yep.
Cool. Sounds good. Primary, control more, and 2 regular ones. Sweet. All right, your turn. You have 2 command points still, right?
No, I have no more.
Oh, jeez. I'm slacking on the buttons here.
Okay, how did that turn go for Kruelboyz? Well, in short, phenomenal. That's how well it went. He did absolutely everything he wanted to do for the turn. He was aiming to pick up the whole unit of horses. He left it on 1. That was what I thought he was going to do, to be honest. So I think it just went absolutely fantastic. It's going to be super hard to rally those seahorses, basically. That last little guy, maybe get a better angle on it, because they are 4-wound models. This guy right here. Yeah, that little purple guy. Well, I don't know. Let me see if I get it in the center of the screen for you. I'll zone in on it, because I think David actually painted these guys really, really quite sweetly. Look at that guy. What a wicked model as well. Love it. All right, so those will be hard to rally because they're 4-wound models. That vulture counts as 5 models, so he could easily scoop it back by just positioning those seekers. That's that unit with the white bases and a black base. Just by putting it on that objective, he could scoop it right back. So that's a primary objective. So that's worth, like, in essence, 3 points. 2 for being a primary, 1 for being what it is, an objective. So that's 3. He has to pick a battle tactic. Let's see what he picks. He picked take their land. So if he's picking take their land, that should be easy enough to do, it looks like. Maybe he has plans to send Seekers there. Oh, yeah, of course, because he's got another unit of Seekers way down over here. And boom. And there it is. He's just getting within 3. He's basically taking that forest. But now, does he send the Fiends into that center objective to clear out some Bolt Boys? Heck yeah, he really should. Oh, he's actually going after the Vulture boss. Or at least that's how he's signaling. He's basically saying, if I can, I'll plunge into the Vulture. Because those guys can actually kick out quite a lot of damage. Failing that, he'll go after Bolt Boys. Those Bolt Boys, man, those Bolt Boys smacked up in the center of the table, the way they project power and the amount of damage they can kick out, I think we're probably the better target. But to be fair, right now, the Hedonists player is the one that's in a world of hurt right now. They have problems. All 3 of their major hammers have been neutered. Now the Fiends are a nice backup hammer, but they are not the choice. The Keepers and those that big unit of seahorses, I keep on calling them seahorses. Gosh darn it, Blissbarb Seekers, I think is what they're called. Were where the major amount of damage from the army were, and now they are pretty much gone or neutered. I think there's a redeploy happening. He was trying to take away and screw up his battle tactic, but that did not happen. If you're not going to screw it up, I would just position him for the next turn, for the next priority roll. Yeah, good call. Have it move more toward the center. Yeah, an inch is an inch. Take it where you can. That's a good call. So, assuming, how many points is he going to get? He's going to score take their land. That's worth 4. He's going to score the primary. That's going to be 7 points right there. If he doesn't take any other objective, it's 7 points. That would park him on 22, 23. So he'd be 2 points ahead. Oh, let's get the score so you guys can follow along at home. How about that? Oh, we're also not on round freaking 1. That's for sure. We're on round 3. Boom. There we go. Now new and improved, more accuracy. All right. So if he gets 7 points, what kind of priority bind will he be in? If he wins priority, he absolutely has to take it. If the Orcs lose priority, it's actually not that big of a deal, I don't think. I mean, it's a big deal, but it's not a deal breaker for them as it is for Hedonists. All right, I'm guessing his primary objective is to try and lift that Vulture. So let's see what happens.
So then,
Okay. You're not charging. Do you guys want to charge?
66 to 64.
He's not cavalry, right? He's just a monster.
This guy, yeah, just monster. Yeah, and hero. If you have any buffs for that.
Oh, so you can afford.
No, I'm not gonna charge him.
Okay. Do you have combat abilities left on the table?
Yeah, strike last.
Oh yeah, go for it.
4 up, you strike last. You strike last.
Okay, so I'm gonna try and slippery scumbag there on a 3-up. Maybe I can get it once this game.
Oh!
Oh, jeez.
All right, so they're gonna attack.
I'm also gonna. I'm gonna try and fight last on them also with my dirty trick.
Okay.
Oh my god. It's got to go in the distance. I got it.
You got it?
Yeah, it's on camera, so.
It's on camera. All right, so we're all striking last there.
I guess it doesn't. I guess I could pick a unit. Because if he's already strike last, let me think how it would work out. So you would activate there.
And you activate there.
I go there,
Then I activate
and
there.
then you would go. So I'll actually make them strike last.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they're not striking last?
No, because if I put it on them, they'll still go before him, I
Yeah.
think. So it's
Okay.
to no effect, yeah. I just need him to stay at least with one wound left, you know. I should have saved that command point, maybe.
Okay, so hitting on 4s.
Yeah.
That one. And 3s.
Cool.
3 at -2. That's your monster, right?
Yeah.
Anti-monster.
Cool. Sounds good. 6 up. Oh, I'm rolling pretty bad there. Okay, 2 go through.
D3 damage.
Yeah.
For
All
4.
right, 4? Cool. So we got 7 left right now. Oh, I start counting down on him rather than up. I suppose it equals the same anyway. So my activation, I'll go with the bigger unit here.
Yep.
7 4s and 3s. One mortal, and then 3 saves. No rend.
3 die.
Cool.
As those casualties get taken off, I would have loved to have seen the Fiends actually pile and maybe get more guys on that objective. Current right now, though, the Hedonists player does understand that he already got control of it anyway because he's got 5 Seekers on there, and that last Bliss Barb actually counts. But what happens when the Vulture strikes back? He could pile and split his attacks and try to see if he could deny him that objective. Or pile, clip the Seekers, and pour all his attacks into that, and now he takes that objective from underneath him. If he had piled with the Fiends, he could have denied the movement. Oh, and that's exactly what he's doing. That's what the pile could have prevented. He could have prevented that additional movement. Good job on Paul seeing the opportunity in the line of play. So now he's going to swing everything into those Seekers. And those guys are soft targets. We'll see what happens.
2 at -1.
6 up.
Yeah.
Arise. Passes.
Damage.
2 each.
6 up ward.
Yeah.
1 dies.
Cool. And then the next profile is 4s and 2s. Ooh, 6 misses. 1 rend 1.
6 up. Damage.
2 damage.
Oh, 1.
He's gonna attempt to clap.
1 damage.
My plan's gonna fail here. And then 3s and 2s for the stinger that's missed every time so far, I think. 2 plus. Rend 1. Just 1.
6 up. Nope. Damage.
You can't use these for damage, right?
No.
Okay. That would have been too
No.
good, eh?
All right.
3 damage.
Oh, you might kill one? You kill one.
Cool.
Phase, I still have the. Yeah, for sure. So play your rest of the time.
I was hoping to get a little more. Those guys could potentially
That phase is something.
finish me off.
Well,
No,
you get
this may
power-
be a dumb question, and if it is, forgive me. If he's play last and I pile into, is the fight phase done? Probably not, eh? Wishful thinking?
Wishful thinking. These are hitting on 3s.
Yeah. Charge him and declare.
Wow.
I'll take it.
Dragon. This giant mighty.
And 4s.
3?
3 at -1.
Cool. 5 up save.
Yeah, that's going into there.
Fail 2.
1 damage each.
Are you using
Cool.
psychology?
It's got 5 left.
And then the little steeds. Hitting on 3s.
I keep counting. I'm counting down. I keep messing up because I've been playing 40K, so it's
3 and no
just
rend.
counting down.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So then
4 up saves.
So then, yep, so your stance is to shoot.
1.
1 damage.
Cool.
So
So 4 left. So he'll be bracketed at least. Yeah, that's everything.
Yeah.
That went perfect, pretty much. I mean, yes, he wanted to lift the unit, but that's too many moments of failure, points of failure for him to do that. And the Vulture is not that kind of beast. Of course, rolling that many dice and rolling 6 ones also sucks. That went perfect, I think. Got to remember, this is actually on the Hedonist's turn. So, yeah, that went really well for Kruelboyz. That is for certain. Okay, I believe there was another priority roll. Let's see who's taking it.
Give me a moment to think about battle tactics, although I think there's an obvious one at play here.
Caesar Center.
Yeah, I think I'm going to have to. Yeah, I'll do Caesar Center. I might as well. Doesn't come up too often with this army. It's usually just a cluster of fighting that... usually I get these in the middle and you don't get the chance because they're just tar pit, right? Yeah.
So you know what I'm going to do?
Cool.
Going to give this guy...
I gotta go bully that big blob. This is bottom 3, so 3 bad. It's only halfway point after this. It's pretty crazy. Oh, right. This has Yeah.
While the Hedonists player is deliberating, what is Paul's course of action, or one he could take? Caesar Center is very obvious. He has to keep those units within 3 inches of that center. I want the unit of 3 Bolt Boys to fire at those Seekers, those at that unit of 3, and I want the big whole unit of Bolt Boys firing at those Fiends, or focus one of those things 2 units down. One or the other, just eliminate one of them. That's actually the play. Yeah, that would be the play. Take both units of Bolt Boys and just put the Fiends into the ground. Have the unit of orcs you see to your far right, on the far right objective, to just drop a wall. Now, they could leave that objective and start moving toward those Seekers, but I just don't want them in play. What I would almost do is I would maybe run them just to form a wall. But man, I would love to charge him too. So it'll be interesting to see what he does with the unit on the far right. He could form a wall, or he could position and move them toward those Seekers to try and charge them. If he gets the grips of them, he should win that fight. Hopefully, he doesn't pull himself so outrageously out of off that objective that they'll be able to scoop it. But with piling, he could control their movement quite a bit and prevent him from doing that. Assuming that happens, that's it. Like, this priority roll was everything. Kruelboyz took it. They got C center. At this turn, they should score 10 points. And we should see a Seeker unit. That's the unit to your far top right. Potentially gone. Probably a unit of Fiends gone. Oh, wow, we got to rally one of the seahorses back. What a pain. Nicely done, David. So, yeah, this should be very close to being end game. What a crazy turnaround in this game. It was basically all over but the crying for Kruelboyz, and now they're in the driver's seat. That is just too funny. It's just too funny. All right, looks like the Kruelboyz player is going for that charge there, so no giant surprise. Now, does he, if you're in the position of the Kruelboyz player, where would you put all those Bolt Boys? Would you spread it around, or would you aim to gut one of those units? And now, which unit would you gut? Would you go for the Fiends, or would you go for the Seekers, or would you go for the rallying Seahorses? Personally, I would go with one of the 2 units that are in combat with the Vulture, and between those 2 units, I'd probably go with the Fiends, and then bank on the Vulture to lift those last 3 Seekers on the objective. But we'll see what happens.
Move these guys in case of a counter charge, but 4 wounds each, right? On these guys, yeah. Yeah, I'll sacrifice the +1 on these guys just to gain a couple inches of safety from you.
2. I'll just follow up. So you guys continue murdering the squad.
6 up save?
5 up, sorry.
5 up. Keep one within 12 of you. Okay, so I do. What is the same on these? Same thing?
5 up, save, yeah.
Cool. Yeah, that'll do for movement.
I'm gonna redeploy the Seekers back there.
Yeah, sure thing.
5 inches.
Okay, nice.
5 inches. 4 inches. 5 inches.
Assuming he's deploying 5 inches directly away, he effectively, I should say, the Kruelboyz player effectively did what he wanted to do. He wants them out of position. Yes, he prefers them in the ground, but now being 5 inches back is 5 inches further back from the action as well. So yes, he saves the unit, but at the cost of being out of position. Effectively the same thing. So now the puzzle is to the far left of your screen and what he does with the Bolt Boys.
I think I'm too far back to do hasty, so I'll just do the aim shot.
Okay, they will all defense.
Sure thing. That squad's the one that didn't move, so they add 1 to hit anyway. So it's going to be 2s and 3s. One miss. Those are auto wounds. You got 5 at round 2.
6s. 1 save.
2 each.
They are dead.
Works out. Okay. And then these guys will aim shot into there because they're just control 1, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. It's gonna be 5 shots. How about all-out attack here?
Okay.
If I can find the 2. So it's gonna be 2s and 3s. 1 auto wound. 4 and 2.
Goes through.
2 each.
So 8.
Yeah. Yeah.
6 up ward. Oh. Alright.
Usually, I'm making that sound. I like that.
And they're all dead.
Nice. I think the fiends can still probably deal with that guy, but that's okay. Yeah, so just to charges, I guess.
Yep.
I'll still attempt here. Roll it and see if it's worth measuring. No. Shoot, should I reroll that? Yeah, I might as well. Let's have some fun.
No, don't do it. Don't reroll. Don't go for that charge. You're fine where you are.
Command point.
3 and 5, so probably 8.
8, yeah. Okay.
I like that.
Yeah, it's worth a shot.
Okay. Unfortunately, spent a CP.
No real need.
He didn't need that. Honestly, he's already effectively neutered the unit. It's stuck in a corner. Yeah, it moves fast. It'll move 14, but it's not going to get anywhere special. So I would not have spent a CP on that. That's an unfortunate, but that's okay. At least he didn't move out of position. Those orcs are just fine where they are. Okay, so now let's see what the Vulture Boss does. Unfortunately, the Vulture Boss, I would have liked the Vulture Boss had a greater odds of taking out those Seekers than he does the Fiends, I think, because the Fiends are negative to hit. At least they used to be, if I remember correctly. Well, let's find out.
3 up. So 2 saves, rend 1.
2 save, rend 1, bring it back to a 5 up. Damage.
So 2 mortals, 4 damage, 6 total.
6 total. 6 up ward. Look at that. I say 3.
That's not bad. And then this one's going to be 3s and 2s.
This, or this.
So 4, rend 1.
4, rend 1. 5 up. 2 go through.
2 each.
6 up. 1 dice.
Yeah.
And the last profile is the Stinger that hasn't had success, but it's 2s and 2s right now, so.
So yeah,
Hit.
I thought you wanted to put 2 other
I'm getting a lot of spinning tops tonight. Ah, there it is. This
There it is.
profile just won't get it.
All right.
Yeah, here, your go. I'll safely assume he's dead, but I could get lucky here. 4 wounds left.
So these are hitting on 4s, 6s are crits.
Cool.
I saw that 4 or a 6. And wound you on 3s. 2 at -2.
Okay, 6 up save. It's gonna kill me, isn't it? Save 1.
D3 damage. For 2.
2 left.
Still not dead yet?
They have another profile? Or
No.
that's it? Yeah. Okay, so that's everything?
Yep.
He absolutely lucked out there. Again, the unit of 3 Fiends had a total wound pool of 12. The Seekers that were on the objective had a total wound pool with the damage they had of 8. So if he had fed 8 into the actual Fiends, that would have smacked them. They would have lost 2. And then the Vulture, I had a very decent chance of basically nuking the Seekers down as well. I would have loved to seen that because I don't think he would have taken really much of any damage on the return, even if onesies were left over of those units. But whatever. I'd like to welcome Dan R. to our chat. He says, love my Kruelboyz, and what's there not to love? Big sexy models is exactly what I'm into. And guess what? Well, speaking of Big Sexy, there's the Darktron in the house watching his buddy play this game currently right now. It really looks good for Kruelboyz. What a crazy game. If you guys are just joining us, this game got completely turned on its head. It was all Hedonists for the first round going into the second. And then all of a sudden, it completely flipped on its head. What a amazing game. Absolutely amazing game. All right, let's bring the scores up and update those scores. Currently, we are in round 4. So here we are. And the score currently right now for Kruelboyz, well, let me update it for you and get it up on the screen. Boom. That is where the score is at right now. So 31-16 Kruelboyz. Did you see what I mean about being out of position? They are very fast. Moving 14 inches, certainly no joke. The gray unit of Bolt Boys will probably redeploy. Does he have any CP? He does not have any CP. So they will be right there. That looks like more than 9-inch charge, to be fair. And that's what I meant by being out of play. No easy charge. Obviously, he could spike it and make a big charge and get onto that middle objective. That's what he is playing for. And you're like going, well, that's kind of desperate. Yeah, well, that's where he's at right now. At least he has a line of play. So hopefully the dice gods favor him and he gets into that middle objective. He gets into that unit of Kruelboy Bolt Boys. Those guys are going to have a fairly good time against those guys. They are not great in combat, but they do have venomous blades, so that's still a thing that those Seekers are still going to have to worry about. But guys, if you look at this table right now, the only 2 Hedonite units left on the board are those 2 Fiends and that small unit of 5 Seekers. This is rough. I'm pretty sure at the end of this turn, we might even see a talk out phase at this point. But the guys might just play it out or talk it out. We'll find out in a second. Let's see what happens.
That's what I thought you were going to do. You're like, I'm like, wait. I'm like, okay. I'm not engaging that because I just die. I don't want to die dead.
Okay.
Yeah, turn. So you'll get the primary.
Yep.
Yeah,
Cool.
fast as fuck.
Roll up. Round 5.
Round 5.
And my skeleton also don't.
Look at that, a 6.
I'll take it.
It's like,
So you get 5 command points.
Yep.
4 from
Roll,
me.
see where the beautiful...
Yeah, sure thing. 1 from that side. Staying there unless you want to...
Staying there?
Yeah.
That's
Actually,
it,
you
right
want
there.
that.
Leave it
Yeah,
there.
for sure. Okay, cool. Battle tactics. Let's see here.
He'll try to cast this spell 5, 6,
This is
7, 8, 9, 10.
the spot where Kruelboyz fell flat is with turn 5. You're kind of out of tactics. No more entourage left. Jeez, I barely have the units for Do Not Waver myself.
Well, they had to protect it because you came coming down here.
I mean, the Fiends are part of the entourage still.
These guys
Papa.
are just going to shoot me over.
Sorry?
The Fiends are part of the entourage still.
Oh, they are? Oh, okay. Thank you. Slay the entourage then. I actually have a turn 5 battle tactic with these guys. I do want to get on that point, but I guess I could forgo it just to kill. I will rally. Spend 1.
Yeah, cool.
4 plus. Get 1 guy back.
We're going to cast Wind Blast. We're going to go here.
You rally or anything?
Yeah,
Wind Blast here.
the Fiends.
Yeah, sounds good.
Cool. That's on 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
9 dices from a battle formation. 4 up.
So, Wind Blast.
Wow.
Ooh.
All right.
So then Wind Blast. So you just put the Wind Blast. That's right with the I actually have that.
Cool. You good now for a movement?
Yeah.
Cool.
All right, with tactics being dealt, he's got Slay the Entourage, which he should be able to secure no problem. He's got 2 units of Bolt Boys that should put down those Fiends. And then that big mob of Kruelboyz is going to go hunt some Seekers in the woods. The Seekers could potentially redeploy, get holy. Every model in that unit has to be holy within the wood. If he does that, they're -1 to hit, because that's what the woods would do. So hopefully David remembers to do that. But that is still, they're just fish for critical mortals anyway. It might not even matter, but we should be witnessing the end of the game currently right now. If any of you have made it up to this point, man, you should be entertained at this. Like, what a game, right? Not bad. If you like this sort of thing, guess what? We do this every Wednesday, and we would love to have you back. So you know what? Hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so already. Maybe flash us a thumbs up. Definitely hit that notification bell so that you know when we're about to stream. It was an absolute pleasure having you guys here and having all these wonderful people in the chat. I'd like to say hi to Mr. Jonathan Franco, best Franco, watching his brother. Yeah, R.I.P. Slaanesh, indeed. Oh, he teleported just to be cute? What is he doing? Look at this guy. I guess so that, yeah, just to spread out the love, I guess. Why not use it? Why not use it? All right, by positioning in that tree, it means if there is a unit that charges that unit of Bolt Boys, it's not engaging 2 units. It's only engaging 1. So not exactly a, not a bad move is what I'm trying to say. But those Fiends should be dead anyway from all those Bolt Boy shots. Assuming that happens, he will score Slay the Entourage. He will get 1 point for each one of those objectives, plus another 2 points for having more than his opponent. So that's 4. 4 plus 4 is 8. That will put him at 39. That is a hell of a redeploy from the Hedonists player. Looks like he rolled 5 or a 6. It's a big charge there. At this point, I think he's the Kruelboyz player is committed. He needs to spike and get to grips with those Seekers and put them in the dirt. Let's see the closing moves of this game, folks. There is absolutely no chance for the Hedonists player to come back. The max he can score is 10 points. That would put him at 32. And at the end of this turn, we should see the Kruelboyz at something like 38. What did I say? 8 points? No, 39. So Kruelboyz definitely take this game. So congratulations to Paul and Kruelboyz players around the world. Let's celebrate destruction when we can. All right, let's watch these two beautiful human beings finish off this game. Thank you for everyone for joining me tonight. I'll hop back on and say goodnight, but before we do that, let's finish watching the game.
Oh my gosh.
Oof, had 2 each.
Correct.
That might kill them.
Maybe a weapon that has the ability.
Alright, 6 up. No, they dead.
In that case, this unit will go here.
Okay.
These ones I'll aim shot because I don't have great range from there. So it's going to be 2s and 3s. They didn't move, so they get the +1 to hit by default. One auto. The rest hit. 3's to wound. 6 at rend 2.
Damage.
2 each.
12. 6 up. 1 die, 2 die, 3 dies, and 1 takes the hit.
Cool.
Which else used to be a problem, man? Which else used to be a problem? Now they're not bad. Now they're like okay.
Well, I was trying to think of a list for Dark Elves, and all I could conclude is like a sort of level 1 dragon.
Sorry, Banner.
I love how hard he's thinking right now, because like this matters. I love you, David. I think he actually accidentally put a Seeker closer than it actually was. But honestly, folks, it does not matter. He can, even if those Fiends lived and that entire volley of shots missed, he's not going to be able to catch up. So there it is. I think he failed to charge. I think we go to endgame now, I think.
Yeah, control more, 2 regular ones, and slightly entourage for that. Cool.
Do you have an entourage unit on the field still?
Yeah, the primered bolt boys, yeah.
No, I'm going to get down there.
Well, I guess, I didn't even use their +1 and +1 there, but I command pointed it. It's all good. They still had it in theory.
Oh, this is core. Oh, really? This is just straight core, man. Nothing special about this.
If you want to see what you have left, just here's what you have left here.
Yeah, I don't think I have
for choices.
I can do.
I mean, oh no, you can't see the center. I was going to say with a nice rally, you could blow them out, but you wouldn't have the 2 units. Yeah, that's too bad.
Yeah, 2 mono. Can't do anything. So the entourage is no-go. Okay, I got to get down there.
If you want to have some fun, I'll try and dirty trick some to you.
Oh, you mean based on that? Sorry, no. The fighting rank is the whole rank.
All right. On that note, when your opponent is actually spending a dirty trick to make your life easier, I think we could call this game done and over with. All right. I want to thank all of you for joining me today, watching these guys play this game. Hopefully you enjoyed the show. I'd like to welcome Unaided Foot to the chat, selling KB with an exclamation mark. That's right. Should have been here earlier, buddy. You missed all the action. And what a heck of a game this was. I'd like to thank all of you that have subscribed to the channel. Honestly, it is very encouraging. Super hope we get to do more of this in the future and introduce a bunch of people to the channel. And yeah, it's been a heck of an experience so far. Yeah, and hopefully we get to improve upon this as well. one thing at a time. I'm going to be buying more PTZ. So anyone who wants to toss a few bucks our way, that would be absolutely lovely. We actually get super chats now. How cool is that? All right. With that, I'm going to say good night to all of you, or possibly even good morning, maybe even a good afternoon, depending on where you are in the world. Thank you very much for joining us for AoS Wednesdays. We're going to be here next week again, streaming more AoS as we head into the holiday season. Hopefully you all have a safe one, and we'll see you all next week. See ya.
Did a battle tactic pretty much.
There's nothing I know pilot is on Hedonists. I'll have to be careful. It is very curious to me. Because of combat res. That combat res rips through undead. Yeah. But I'm surprised that
Okay.
Well, you aren't gonna like this, but I am going to try and dirty trick them out of here for a super sneaky.
No.
This one's on a 4-up. I can't even hit it. That doesn't count.
they do impact hits and then they
No, and I have one last because my sub faction. I get 2, so on a 5-up this time.
So like that's why I see their value from is
Out of here, and I will actually double steal your points from you by taking this back.
I could kill the Baron. The Baron has 2-up speed with a stupid 4-up ward.
Now you could take this back from me potentially. It's quite the ask of your 3 dudes, but let's do it up. Let's do it.
Alright.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it. That's all I got for. I'll save my command point in case we get a little rumble going.
Alright.
This will be on a 5s from now on.
Oh, man. I've just been so super enjoying watching this game. I know I already said goodnight, but I've just been letting the guys play it. And I love how they're just not giving up on the game. These guys are just killing me. Unaided foot. Yeah, man. Rewatch this. This was very entertaining. And the guys that are currently playing the match, Paul and David, are 2 stellar human beings. They've come to my store for a few years now. I've known the Franco brothers for, a really, really long time. And I've known Paul for as long as my store's been open, give or take. So 15-ish years, give or take a few. It's been a long time. All right, anyway. Now I'm going to say goodnight. I'll let you all... You can all go home now. You can all go relaxed. And I guess we watched the closing moments. They're not tapping out, so let's just get back to the game, I guess.
Combat actions or anything?
No.
So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to use the dirty trick for the charge phase for the first time. They don't have... Usually it's to block the added damage when you charge, but it also does mortals. So it's a 5-up. I fail.
Okay.
Now combat phase, I'll do the fight last to you on a 5-up.
Okay.
I can't hit this thing. Okay, so your fight last.
All right.
Let's see.
I just have to survive somehow.
It's possible. Not likely, but these guys, they're swingy, that's for sure.
Oh, man, that dirty... Now we strike last. This is so funny. Oh, my goodness. David just taking it like a champ. Yeah, hopefully I live. Oh, my goodness. All right. Anyone want to put money on this? You think those 3 Seekers survive? I mean, they could. They're 3 wounds apiece, right? It's not a lot of attacks. I say they die. That's what I think.
Well, I'm just thinking a bunch of dice. As I lose them, I just go, eh. I'm very apathetic to my dice. Yeah, maybe turn on there.
And I do have a command point left, so we're blowing it here for the add one. And before we actually, the 3-up to make you -1 to hit me. Okay, so this would be 3s and 3s. The crits come on 5s from the venom encrusted weapons. How many wounds you have there? 9?
9.
Okay. Let's see. We might have got 9 here. Oh, I turned that one. I don't know what it was. We'll call it a miss because I flipped it with my finger. There's 9, 10, 11, 12 mortals.
Still save it.
Oh yeah, you get 6 ups. Yeah, okay, absolutely. 9, 10, 11. That was a mortal. What do you say? 3s and 3s with the all-out attack.
Damn, when the mortals actually want to hit.
3 ups. So 3 saves, no rend.
3 saves, no rend. 5 up.
And then 12 mortals, so 14.
14. I can do this. Just need a lot of 6s. 14, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, for technically 100
Alright.
points, 200 points is major victory, 100 points.
6s.
Still, only guys score me by 100 points. That's not overly difficult to do.
And they are dead.
Cool.
So,
Yep.
knowing that,
Awesome. Yeah. So that'll be that. 39-22.
Yep.
Thanks for the game, bro. It's always a pleasure.
That turn 3 pile.
We did it. We hit the end of the game. Oh my gosh. Man, if there's anyone who I want at my back, I want David Franco, the man who never gives up. Never, ever gives up. All right, I want to thank those guys right now, David and Paul, for playing this game in front of all of you. Always takes some courage to actually get up on stage, so to speak. So, again, I'm going to say a good night. This game is now over. I can actually say it's now over. They are no longer playing. Oh, man, that was a lot of fun. That was a lot of fun. All right, guys, we'll see you all next week.
Yeah, honestly, you guys are beating me up through the summer season and stuff. I don't know how many of these you brought. I brought 3, I think.
I brought 3, so.
Yeah, we'll just throw it after we get our stuff out of the way.